One of the things I've been thinking about recently is the inherent faulty nature of using anything except your mind to try and measure and make universal statements about the universe, particularly in relation to things to do with psychology and things non-concrete areas of speciality, like for example energy, that sort of thing, psychic energy, social energy. I mean, these things are really hard to get a proper physical handle on them. It's not really, it's soft science is what I'm trying to say. But one of the things I was thinking about is it's your mind. Your mind is separate, isn't it? Because it's practically on a alternate dimension. Your mind, a immaterial dimension. In relation to that, I was thinking about, for example, the measuring techniques used to measure, for example, space, physical space and matter. Now, if it's all illusion what you're looking at. If you're measuring a distance of matter in space, and it looks regular and Newtonian, like for example here to here, that's regular. You could measure that with something straight or anything, but what you're measuring is made of space and matter. So what you're measuring is space and matter, and you're measuring it using an instrument using space and matter. So you might be measuring it as a regular straight distance because you're using a technique, you're using a object, a tool to measure that distance, which would also be, twisted and bent and warped in line with the new understanding of matter. So the item, the mechanism, the machine that you're using is made of matter, and you're measuring matter with it. A very simple example would be a straight ruler. Now, if space is bent and warped, then the ruler is also bent and warped. So you're using something that's bent and warped to measure something that's bent and warped, but it will look straight because what you're measuring is straight as well as the item, but your mind is completely separate from that. So that rambling massacre of a attempted statement can be summed up as the mind alone is separate from the rest of the physical universe, and it's part of a more subtle. Your mind, your spirit, is part of a subtle, different. It's a different level. It's your mind is your connection to the immaterial.